Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Other Dimension. Yes, we're back and we're live. And this week, we're going to give you an update on some up and coming and the massive things that are happening here in The Other Dimension, plus a recap of everything we've done over the last 6 weeks where we've been extremely busy. So keep it locked, hold tight. I'm joined by Ben and Lou tonight, so it's going to be a good one. So strap yourselves in. It's time for The Other Dimension.
Welcome to The Other Dimension with the team, Damon Penny, Ben Winfield, and Louisa Brown. We guide you through the supernatural, the occult, and the unexplained, answering questions that will make you question your grip of reality, with special guests guiding you through everything from demons to divination, cryptids to crystals, religion to skeptics. We explore in depth the true meaning of the unexplained. So strap in, kick back, and enjoy as we enter the other dimension.
Hey, everybody, and we're live. Can you believe it? Crowd go crazy. Woo-hoo! That's 6 weeks of pent-up excitement, that is.
Oh, dear.
Welcome along, guys, to The Other Dimension. I'm your host, the Norse God of Talk, along with Ben and Lou. Welcome along. It's good to have you back.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, Ben's just going to be off camera a couple of minutes, probably about 30 seconds, while he just eats some cheese on toast.
Cheese on toast, but he's got no slag tonight. It's proper.
No, he's not using the slag.
Yeah.
Or the crust, as other people will know it as.
We was having a discussion before we come live, and that's what we were talking about. What do we call the end of bread? See, this is what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah. Viewers, if you got any other names of what you call the end of a loaf of bread, put it in the comments. Why not?
Like I said, we call it the knobby.
Just want to state for the fact that I don't call it the slag. It's a lad at work who's from Newcastle. He calls the end of bread, the end of a loaf, the slag.
Over there with you chewing.
Chat rooms filling up. Out to Natasha, Annette, and Wild Bill locked in. Oh, it's going to be a good one tonight. So, like I said in the intro, we're going to be going over some things tonight. We're making some big moves here at The Other Dimension. I keep going off camera because I've got a new bloody phone. Well, not new phone. New,
Just go away while you're eating, please.
new thing.
I love you, but it's just really distracting hearing you chewing bread in my, cheese on toast in my ear.
Just stopping to show some love. Big shout out to you, Wild Bill. Out to all my US of the A crew. Welcome along. Big shout out to Via. That's a new name on me. I don't know if she's been on your shows. Him, she, he.
I do not recognise the name, so hello.
Welcome.
Where are you from?
I'm trying to stop my phone from sliding with the pepper pot.
What?
It's not working. I'm having a very hard time. I bought a new case for my phone and it's very slippery. It's like do you know them North Face jackets, like the puffer ones? It's like one of them, which I think is quite ironic considering it's like 400 degrees and I bought a bomber jacket for my phone. So, oh, Via was saying she was with you at Bishton.
I was with Bishton. Yeah. I recognise faces more than names. To be fair, I try to squint at the photo.
So, guys, recapping everything that's going on. Just to start with, massive announcement. It's not officially live, so you guys are here tonight are getting an exclusive. We have a brand new line of merchandise being released in conjunction with Pentagraphics. I've seen them. Lou sent me over the designs. They are absolutely amazing, out of this world.
Tell you what, when Ben comes back here, I'll nip off and I'll grab one of the t-shirts so you can have a sneak peek of one design.
One design, there's many going up. They basically took all our old merchandise that we used to have on Spreadshirt, which used to charge extortionate amount of money.
And the quality was all right, to be fair, but
yeah.
It's once you see the quality of these, then you realise it's just like amazing.
100%. So Lou, I've got to give all the credit to Lou. She went off and spoke to Pentagraphics and they've agreed to have us as part of their website. So not only are you getting quality designs in the sizes you want, you can personalize them, like sharpened images and stuff like that. There's loads of options for you. And the website is safe and secure. So
all made in the UK as well.
Jeanette said, I've only just paid a fortune on the last one. I'm so sorry, Jeanette. Do you know what it was, right? It was because I never ordered from there.
Damon.
No, only because when you guys got yours, you and Ben got yours, you were so disappointed with it. I was like, no.
No, we weren't.
I was like, no, I'm
No, we do love our original limited edition now because you can no longer get them. Has the website been taken down, or are you still waiting to hear back on that?
confirmation email, but they have stopped all purchases on there. So I think that's
There we
of
go.
yesterday. All purchases cannot be made on there. So
There
yeah,
we go, Jeanette. You've got limited edition now.
limited edition. Any excuse statement. Well, being half Jewish, I've got to save money in certain places. No, but I am looking to buy a lot more of these. With
Oh yeah.
the way things are for me at the moment, I'm a lot more in the public eye, not so much for the paranormal, for the other thing that I do. So I'm going to be doing a lot of advertising. Yeah, a lot of advertising. You won't believe the amount of weight up. I know it doesn't look like it, but I went from 4 weeks ago, I was 178 pounds. As of this morning, I weigh 201 pounds.
I don't work in pounds.
Oh,
Sorry, that means nothing to me. I'm sorry, do you work in pounds? Do you know what pounds?
107
to the dollar is.
No, the weighty pound.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Sorry.
107.
But well done.
What was it?
I went from 107 kilos to 121 kilos with muscle, so that's good. It's good. It's going well. It is going well.
Right, Ben's back, so I'm just going to nip off. I meant to grab one before the show, but I completely forgot.
120 What was it? 120?
I don't know, Ben. I'm just going to go and get a
What'd you say,
t-shirt.
Damon? 121 kilos.
No, I started at 172 pounds.
Yep.
And I moved up to I'm 201 pounds this morning. Try to work it out from that, because us bodybuilders work in pounds. Because it's a smaller measure of weight.
You weigh 14 stone.
Whoop whoop.
You're a stone heavier than me.
AFU, mate. Absolute unit, mate. Absolute. So, yeah, getting there. I'm getting there. So yeah, I'm looking to buy a lot more of these t-shirts to have like that exposure, and the quality of the new stuff which Lou's gone to get, you'll see, is so much better. Massive shouts out to all the guys at Pentagraphics. They put a lot of time and a lot of effort into doing this new range of merch for us, and amazing.
Terry!
Oh,
Sorry. I got to do a shout out to Terry. Terry's one of the welders at work that has just been bombarding me since he discovered the show. He's literally gone back to the beginning and has watched every show coming back up to now.
No way. Terry, you absolute legend. Go on then, Lou. Show us this.
Obviously, yours are in the post, Damon, so you'll be getting them in a day or two. Okay, so this is one of them. You're going to see more posts coming up throughout the week as we prepare for the launch, which is going to be Friday.
Look at the quality. You can see the quality just as soon as she holds it up.
Why is the dog in the way?
Oh, mate,
Move the dog out of the way.
I'm proper chuffed with this new range that we've got. It's just the
I gotta
side.
try to get it.
Oh man, it's
Now, if it was dark, which it isn't because it's summer, so it's still pretty light. But if it was dark, then that would be glow in the dark. So when we turn the lights out at night in the bedroom, we have something. We have it glowing in the dark,
and we
which is really
also
cool.
with that design as well. You'll see it when mine turns up. We also have a reverse of that design where it's. I'm not even going to give away the colorway. It's like a limited edition colorway. So it's on.
It looks good.
You'll see it, trust me. Add to Natasha saying she loves it. Veer Left says, need me one of them. Official launch is happening soon. We're going to be posting up the dates for that. Jeanette's asking if I'm on an Irish diet because people try to lose weight. No, when you're bodybuilding, you go through a bulking stage. I'm bulking at the moment, so I'm trying to gain weight. So yeah, it's a bit bad. Also, shouts out to Camilla Jameson. She says, hello, I attended the recent demonology workshop at the Haunted Museum and Spirit Shop, Stoke, with Ben and Lou, and it was fantastic. There you go, guys.
That's part of the reason we made the glow in the dark t-shirts for anyone that's been at the museum or anyone that's been on the investigation with us will know that I have a tendency of disappearing in the dark. So now we've got glow in the dark stuff, so everyone knows where I am 24/7.
A Windows tablet for the SLS camera. Yeah. Oh well.
Nice.
Awesome. Also. So no, we are going to be launching that. We're actually going to be doing an official show to launch.
Yeah.
And that night we do the show, it'll be available for you guys to purchase. I think the average price of a t-shirt is not expensive. I think it's, I don't know, Lou, I think it's about 22 quid, isn't it? It's round about that
a lot
price.
cheaper.
Yeah, it works out great. And
It's not going to be prices, but we're not looking at Armani prices, all right? So it's somewhere in between the two. So there you go. But
and like the quality, the cotton of the t-shirts is so soft.
oh, awesome.
So soft and floaty. It's
It's awesome.
And I do have a few other Pentagraphics t-shirts that I bought from other events for HD, and so I know the quality. I've washed them loads. They're great.
Talking of events, it's a great way to make money. For all you guys out there that have been asking for years on here to find out when me, Ben, and Lou are all going to be attending one event, we've actually arranged it, haven't we?
Yep. Gemma from Science Beyond the Grave. She's been hard at work and she has organised an event between Science Beyond the Grave, Embrace the Dark Paranormal, and us at the Other Dimension. So we are going to be joining them at Warmly Clock Tower near Bristol at the end of February. February? Why was it February?
End of September.
I don't know where I am.
I was like, no, I booked the hotel for the wrong day.
Sorry. Why can't I say February? Where's that come from?
I don't know.
Maybe we're doing something in February.
Go to Science
Premonition.
Beyond the Grave to get tickets. I believe they're not all sold out yet, but they are going fast.
Yes.
So we'll get
Sleepover as well, so make sure you've got your sleeping bag for that one. So yeah, we're all going to be at that event. We are special guests there, along with Science Beyond the Grave.
Yep.
Embrace the Dark, whose event it's going to be. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. It's about a 3-hour drive for me, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, similar for us, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be worth it. We've been trying to plan to everyone at an event at some point, but we managed to get it done with this one. So I got some time off work. So happy days.
Yeah, it's all worked out well.
So yeah, it has worked out really well. Go and get guys in the chat room if you've got any questions you want us to sort of explore. Just sit them up there because we've got loads going through tonight. But we will get to your questions if you have any. Also, right, Ben and Lou have been traveling the country in the last 6 weeks doing bits and bobs, haven't we?
Haven't we?
Here, yes.
We
One
have.
has been travelling. Wow.
We have. Like last week, we were at Stoke Museum on the Friday, weren't we?
Yeah.
On to Museum Stoke-on-Trent, doing our last talk there for a while. We will be back, just having a little break from that now. So anybody that is still wanting to see us give our Demonology Destroying the Myths talk, we will be back. We will be announcing more dates either later this year or for the beginning of next year. So watch out for those. We'll post them up when that goes live again. And then what else we've been doing? Where did we go to on Saturday?
We went to Dorchester
We did.
as well. It was eventful-ish.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen, or anybody in the chat has seen the little write-up I did on it, but it was a bit weird because it was all going well, having a bit of communication and whatnot. And then we went on a break, came back, and everyone had disappeared.
Oh, magic.
All spirits had just gone. Vanished.
And I mean literally everything.
Yeah.
It just went flat.
Nothing was coming through, like any equipment we were using, not even like
Necrophonics was just quiet.
cat balls were just not doing anything, no equipment, no one was feeling anything, it had just gone.
Yeah, it's just really, really strange. I've only ever had that happen twice on Investigation, and that was more because the people and the public that were there were so skeptical. They just went, you know what, sod it, I ain't bothering with you guys, and sod it off. So
we were all like veterans of the paranormal field. It just went quiet.
That's crazy. That's nuts. So things like that's happened. It's just proper crazy.
It was a very strange one.
Yeah. Where else have we been? Oh, we've been to Bishton. Obviously, we were there for a Viking event, and we did a mini investigation
Of Bishton Ground.
of Bishton grounds on the Saturday night, which is where one of the viewers is from. Well,
Yeah.
found us. Yes, that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a laugh. It's always nice to meet new people.
Yeah, had some other people come along with it. Us on that one, so that was nice.
That's awesome.
Next year,
It's always a good place to go.
guys, watch out, because next year we may be holding an event there on the same day. So I may be hiring out the whole place for the night, so that
And
you can come down, watch the strongman competition that's there, which I have been commissioned this year to do the slate for next year.
They got
Say again.
What?
they got entries into that. I might give it a go.
Damon, they'd make you look small.
Mm.
They are massive.
Yeah, I know the size of the boat.
They are like massive. These guys are just generally animals.
I know there's a guy at my gym who's a strongman. Shouts out to Gary. He's a strongman. He represents Essex. He's Mr. Essex Strongman. And we was talking about his diet the other day, and he said that he eats 9,500 calories a day. So yeah, that's I was like, no chance.
But yeah, so Ben's going to be looking into getting that hideout. So if and when we do, we'll get tickets up for sale on that one.
I'll be there. I'll be there for that one. I'm definitely going to be there for that one. That's a bit of me, the old strongman contest, and then the old investigation afterwards. That's my most favourite things.
And then after that, there's Mead, because you've got the Meadery that's there as well.
Brilliant. Meadery, Vikings fighting,
Strongmen,
paranormal.
Yeah.
All there.
Out to Veer saying she'll be there. Is it Veer or Ver? Veer or Ver? I don't know. Veer is doubly.
A bit like Bath and Bath.
Well, no, Veer is doubly, isn't it? Veer. And it's this one ER, so it's Ver. Like over without the O, so it's Ver. The latter.
Yeah, to Bath.
Verlef.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing Bath into
I
it?
don't know. It's how I do posh talking, because you do posh talking
Just
naturally.
deal with the spuddy. Is there any issues?
So
Okay.
you're traveling all round. I've been working my arse off. Honestly,
You had any cases come your way?
Hey?
Any interesting cases come your way while you've been working, or you put that on hold a bit?
Nutcases, yeah, that's about it, really. Yeah, nutcases, and that's just like
That's
it's strange. I've seen like a change in the people that message me now. It's gone from people who have sought my advice and taken my advice on board to the point now where I give them my advice and they go, "No, you're chatting rubbish," and just carry on doing what they're doing. So I'm like, okay, whatever, yeah, that's cool.
I had someone find me from TikTok. Apparently, we were mentioned on TikTok.
Yeah, I see that because I run the Other Dimension TikTok and we actually got tagged in it.
Oh.
So
Okay. Send us a link, because
Yeah,
I've not seen our
I'll have to find it.
page.
If anyone who goes in the Other Dimension TikTok, just a heads up, right? All the liked videos on there have got nothing to do with the Other Dimension. It's just all music that I want to download. So I'm not going to. It's all music I want to download. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I use it for.
What are they doing?
Sarah Lee says Sosam Lake was hedge cutting. That's a good enough excuse. We'll excuse you this time.
There you are, Sarah.
Verlef says, hoping we can have another scrap next year. Ben. I've had a scrap.
Yeah.
With Ben. I had a scrap with Ben, and he kicked the absolute crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. Takes a man to admit when you're defeated. I was defeated.
Ver didn't quite expect, because I don't go on the field. For those of you that don't actually, obviously, do reenactment or watch it, I don't go on the field, and it's very rare I fight. But when I fight, a lot of people get incredibly shocked at how quick and how agile I still am.
Mm-hmm. I think you should let me take a shot at you now with you holding a shield, though, because I reckon I could shoot you backwards.
Yeah, go for it. Anytime.
Yeah. Yes, I get to meet him. Yeah.
For those that you're interested as well, Sunday shows are going to be coming back. Obviously, this Sunday show is a massive one. I have been sat, and I think a few people have caught me at work. I don't know if Terry's caught me at work or not, but I've been bombarding YouTube, watching lectures on quantum mechanics, quantum entanglement, and quantum physics. I have just been diving headfirst into it, and I've come up with a really easy solution for understanding quantum physics or explaining it. So
yeah, I've been on a few rabbit holes over the last 6 weeks. Like I deep dived into Salem. And
Witchcraft.
yeah, literally 3 weeks worth of deep diving into Salem to actually come out at the end of the rabbit hole and go, it was all hysteria. Wait.
Do you know the best thing you can ever go and see is if you ever go to New York, go to the Central Library in New York. It's the big place with the lions outside that you see in most.
Yeah, I've walked past it.
You go in there, you can find the Salem witch trial documentation, a copy of it that was sat, and the dogs are just breaking down.
That's so funny.
Well, I didn't even realise. You know, they actually, when they done the Salem witchcraft trials, the youngest witch put on the actual trial was 4 years old. It's crazy when you think.
Guys.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I have been seeing a lot lately, and I don't know whether it's getting on my nerves a little bit, but I'm not sure whether it's just me or if it's everybody else. But I've seen a lot of people taking people under the age of 18 on investigations. Seems to be a new trend happening.
Right.
Me personally, with my team, we used to do it. I always see it quite dangerous, especially if you've got like teenagers. Obviously, the extra energy they expel. But I'm their own. I'm not going to sit and do it. You know, people obviously.
Just sort the pups out because I can't hear Damon. Hang on. Pause you a second.
Yeah.
The pups are just getting too excited.
Out to Ellen saying, hi guys, hope you're well. Yep, we're all good.
All right. Sorry, carry on.
No, I was just saying there's a lot of people taking like young teenagers on investigation. And when you talk about teenagers and they expel extra sort of energy because due to like pubescent like sort of periods, I think it just causes a lot of trouble. It's just my opinion. You know, people
Damon, you know when I go live and Evelyn's there?
I know.
On our show.
With you, right? Would you allow Evelyn to do a Ouija board?
No, she doesn't do Ouija boards.
No, does she do circles and hold hands and do seances?
No.
She can do what she feels comfortable with doing.
Mm-hmm.
If she just, most of the time she wants to just stand back, she might hold a torch. She might hold the SB7 spirit box.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what she does. Most of the time, kind of just watches through the camera or tells me like, oh, if someone's put a cat ball down, she'll be like, oh, there's a cat ball going off there, or that's doing lighting that, and she enjoys it.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to force her to do anything that she doesn't want to do. I'm just let her do what she feels comfortable doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, like it's like sort of like admin work, you know, sort of like doing the whole, you know, helping out and stuff like that. I've actually seen children on investigations who are partaking in circles, Ouija boards.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
I've seen children being used to do like the Etsy method. It's just like, wow, and come on. That's just...
As observers, yes, up to a certain age, as long as they understand it. The difference with Evie is that she's in it all the time.
Yeah, it's like
she knows what to do and what not to do. But yeah, taking kids and using them as basically channels is wrong.
Beacons,
yeah, especially if the children don't quite have a full understanding about what's going off. All right, Evelyn, she has a pretty good understanding of what we're doing, why we're doing. She'll ask us questions about it either before, during, or after. She asks Ben questions about his stuff that he does. Yeah, so it's just, we'll give her, the knowledge, but not just to take someone who's got a child who's like, oh yeah, I want to go on a ghost hunt, and just throw them in completely at the deep end. Like, right, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that, like you would treat an adult. No, you can't do that. That's not right.
I mean, Jeanette's put up a comment saying if they're brought up amongst paranormal, I don't see a problem. They learn the right way to do it. I completely understand they brought up around the paranormal, but putting them in such like sort of in situations like the Etsy method is
high intensity situations kind of thing.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrifying, especially teenagers. You know, there's so much research out there that suggests that, you know, prepubescent and pubescent teenagers are more, let's say, pronounced to be attacked by a negative entity. It's just like, why would you put your child in that sort of danger? Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I've never done it, but I'm not against children going on an investigation and learning. Like you said, Evie asks you and Ben questions, but you can filter what you tell her.
Yeah.
You don't have to filter everything. You can filter the good and try and keep her away from the negativity. But these people that I've seen doing investigations with their children are literally putting them in harm's way and using their pubescent energy to create more sort of activity happening.
Yeah, using them as targets is wrong.
Yeah, I don't
Absolutely
agree.
wrong. I would never allow anyone under the age of, say, 17 or push to go anywhere near a board at all.
No.
If they're at 17, then I want to evaluate them first before they go anywhere near a board.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and when he comes on us, she comes to places that like we feel safe taking her. Like, you know, it's not some dodgy location that's about to fall down or anything, just from a general health and safety point of view.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I'll talk to her about it first and say, oh, we're thinking about going to this place, would you like to come along? And most of the time she says yeah. In fact, there's one time we're coming back from Derby and we're running a bit late and we're supposed to be meeting up with Jeanette and Kev to go on a little investigation with them. We're like, oh, it's getting a bit late, you know, coming back, we won't really have time. But everyone's like, oh no, I really want to go. So it's just like, okay, then if you really want to go, we'll go out and we'll do it. So we did end up going out and it was a nice place. And then that was the one where the horses were in the field because there's a public footpath that was running through the field. And then suddenly it wasn't, you know, spirits that were around us, it was some ponies.
Oh. No, like I said, don't get me wrong. Like, and Jeanette's our two older children, grandchildren. There were things we wouldn't
know
let them.
what you meant.
Yeah, it's just I can get taking your kids along and teaching them, because I've always believed that the best way to teach somebody is first-hand experience and through knowledge given in person rather than books and stuff like that. It's another good way to give information, but it can't be first-hand information.
I think the more danger comes from like YouTube and TikToks, to be fair.
Don't even get me started on TikTok. The paranormal, they call it paranormal talk, right? If you ever get a chance, if you ever want to laugh, go and watch it, because there's some apps, and the alien videos on there are just absolutely phenomenal. The CGI on them is incredible. It's crazy. Honestly, and for some reason there's a spike of alien sightings in Australia at the moment. Bit iffy with what's going on over there. I don't know, maybe, but yeah, I mean, paranormal talk is just beyond. There's a guy that goes live on this. This is no joke, right? I come across it just by pure accident about 4 weeks ago, and he was wearing a Baphomet mask. He was dressed in a red robe with all black on. He stands there, and he predicts people's dooms from an occultology point of view. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. What's my doom? And he was like, you're going to die in fire. I was like, for God's sake. Like, of all things.
There's some special people. There's one on Instagram at the minute, because I've started using a bit of Instagram. To be completely embarrassed myself, the only reason I've started using Instagram is because it's how I talk to Ian. Lawman.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I've started using Instagram, and there's a medium on there who, if you want to read off her, you have to email her and she'll get back to you in 3 working days.
Right.
So she'll do your reading after she's obviously been through your Instagram, been through your Facebook, been through every bit of information you can get on you, and then she'll give you your reading.
I'd like to see her go. I might actually. You have to send it to me. I'll message her because I'd like to see what she can pick up, because I don't.
Oh, I think she charges about 50 quid though.
I think it's worth the money, isn't it? But you know, I'd like to see, because I don't really put anything on socials. I think the only sort of things I put on socials is like when I have a party or something like that, or if I'm extremely drunk. So most of my stuff will be like that, so it's fine. Sarah Lee's just put, I have a problem with under 15 being around energy. They and others don't understand and will not control. Yeah. That's exactly the point I'm trying to say. This is the point I'm trying to get at. Jeanette's saying, normally I'd agree, but my children and grandchildren have lived with them around house growing up. And I understand.
That's the difference.
Yeah, it's experience, isn't it? Like, for instance, you know, we go on this event on the 30th and there's like 4 or 5 members of the public who are brand new to it. We're not going to sit there and go to them, put this blindfold on, stick this over your ears, tell them what you hear, you know, and shine a red light on them. You know, we're not going to do that because they've never dealt with energy like that before. Or can you just put your hand on this, please, and to see if it moves? No, you've got to break people in slowly. It's just the way things are, because they don't know how to control what's going on. So So yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff going around at the moment. It's like the paranormal is so much more acceptable. Oh, I tell you what I did do, Ben. I've done a deep dive on the Hadron Collider in Switzerland because I read an article by Gordo, who's a conspiracy theorist from Ireland, and he said he's putting all the reasons why Switzerland is a gateway to hell. No, but it makes sense. The stuff you're saying makes sense. For instance, right, Switzerland they've always been a neutral country. Yeah, and don't forget the Nazis hid all their money in Switzerland. If you was a major criminal, you can hide your money in Switzerland as long as you don't bring your criminality to the country. And then they build the Hadron Collider right in the middle of it, and they try and create the God particle. It just seems like maybe they are trying to create a gateway to hell, I suppose.
The Hadron Collider stretches through 3 different countries.
Yeah, but the main part of it is in Switzerland. Because obviously they have to have like miles and miles of pipe because of how fast the atoms have to pick up speed. But where they actually
have 3 different sections of scientific offices.
Yeah, I get that. But I mean, Switzerland...
this is for once where I'm going to scream at conspiracies, and this is a rare moment, very rare moment. The thing with the Hadron Collider is technically everyone says, oh, it's like there's no end of paranormal, no end of conspiracy theories on it. What the main thing is, and this is where one conspiracy theory is actually quite true. So, completely breaking off into quantum mechanics quickly. Very, very quick. It's going to be the most basic understanding of quantum mechanics you're ever going to get. Quantum physics, even you're ever going to get.
Mm-hmm.
The guy I was watching that was doing a lecture, and I'll put the lecture up for anyone to watch. He basically showed that from a phone in the UK, you pressed a button and sent a particle around the Hadron Collider, crashing into each other. Now, if the outcome was a certain way, he would jump left. If the outcome was a certain way, jump right.
Mm-hmm.
Once they hit, he jumped left. And it's at that moment he created a paradox. He created another dimension.
Hey!
He basically created another dimension. So the conspiracy theory that we may have slipped into another dimension is, and this is where it gets funny, is both correct and false at the same time.
Right.
So anything that happens there technically is true and is false. But the same can be said that you create your own universal paradox or other dimension if you simply do one thing.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you saying yes then has created a paradox.
Yeah, I suppose if you look at it, yeah, it depends. Yeah.
Because you could have said no. So that's another universe. That's another dimension created.
Sort of like when religion talk about when you decide your path based on the decisions you make in life.
Yeah. So
based
technically,
paradoxes.
The idea of it being hell is there and isn't there, because technically at that moment it could have either exploded, creating a mass hell and creating everything, or it couldn't be.
Yeah, no, that's sort of.
You seen the film Sliding Doors?
No.
Okay.
Is this something I've got to watch? I'm not sure.
I need to watch that. Is that the same paradox?
It's basically how the person's like choices, like from one point in time, can like have massive influence on like the future.
Yeah.
So like one small decision, what seemingly small, life can go one way, but if it should made like slightly other, it gone completely different.
Yeah. Same with the grandfather paradox.
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
In normal terms. Anybody seen Sliding Doors, guys? Please help.
Here's where it gets really, really, really confusing.
Oh no.
Really confusing. So in technicality, within them different alternate universes that you've just created, you can have quantum entanglement, so that certain particles in them universes are interfering with the other particles that are now in this universe. So on a
Like
medium,
popcorn, when you're making popcorn in a pan.
or snowflakes, there's always 2 snowflakes in there. It's always said that there's a duplicate of each snowflake. You just got to
Is
find them.
Oh, I thought they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
snowflake.
No, snowflakes always are made in duplicates.
Are they?
Yeah,
Is
it's weird.
that same sort of theory that they say your fingerprint is your biometrics? Like we all have our own unique fingerprint, but yet they've also stated that someone in the world also has the same point fingerprint that you do. Yeah.
So this is where your mediumship can come into line, because everything is the same up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell how deep I've been into this, guys. I'm sorry at the minute.
I
So-
thought you were busy at work.
I was
you
busy.
know.
I am busy at work, just not on my dinner.
He's been well busy. Yeah.
So you
So
don't text me that, do you?
yeah, that's because I'm busy.
Watching YouTube.
Wow.
So I do text you back, just not when I'm grinding at like 20 floors up. So for mediums to pick up on information that they know about your life, they could technically be using quantum entanglement, like the ideology of quantum entanglement, to see back down your alternate route, to pick up the information that is still there because you've not made certain choices.
Is this like the theory of the Akashic records, isn't it?
Not so much, but yes, in a way as well.
Because supposedly these
yes, but no.
yes, but no, that's just Ben's answer.
But basically,
Oh my god.
if anyone's seen Men in Black 3,
Is that the one with the locker at the end you're going to talk about?
no, that's with there's an alien in it called Griffin. He basically is the living embodiment of quantum mechanics. He describes it brilliantly. That all events are happening right at the minute, but it takes certain little minutes to go into different.
That can see the things happening, isn't he? He's like the
Yeah,
young.
you can see everything happening that would happen. It just takes
He's
a
the one
little
in the
mix.
multiple coats and the woolly hat.
Yeah.
So that kind of I will do loads of shows on this to explain it all, but it is very
It's all like the butterfly effect. When you talk about the butterfly effect, have you seen the first film, The Butterfly Effect?
No.
Oh, you need to watch it. It's really cool. So basically, it's this guy who randomly develops the power to see when people are going to die, and they start highlighting in his field of view, and he learns that it's always people that are about to die, and he goes to save them. But by saving that person, now 2 others are going to die next to him, and then he has to make a choice between them 2. So he has to make a choice whether to save or to, and it sort of plays on that paradox of like the fact of he's changing like their quantum outcome because he's saving them when they're supposed to die. But it's putting them more of a sense of religion, like, you know, when you talk about it's time for you to pass and that.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I'll put the first one up I watched that helps describe it with Schrodinger's cat and all that lot. It gets massively into detail as well.
Okay. I'll have a watch of that. See if I could pick it up. I mean, that's like I've never been like a bro science sort of guy. I like stuff that just sort of like, you go. Most people go, you're having a laugh, you know. But I'm like, it could be true. Like the simulation effect and stuff like that. Sarah Lee saying both dead and alive. Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Or technically non-existent at the same time.
It's that theory that we're all like at the point when I say finish the show and go and look up at the stars, there's someone in a different universe looking down at exactly the same point that is the same version of me, but is living a alternate dimension, I suppose. That's
the other dimension.
Oh yeah, I should have went. Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, there's also what also found interesting as well with it. Obviously, we talk about going upwards and downwards in dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, particles along the quantum mechanic theory, and basically we know as an atom that an electron goes around it in orbit.
Yeah.
It doesn't either spirals up or it spirals down.
Uh-huh.
So that's where another basis is for the quantum mechanic theory, that technically, like we say, when you die, you can either ascend or descend into different dimensions. So scientifically, it's starting to catch up, because if if we die, our bodies are made of atoms that'll either spiral up or they'll spiral down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, guys. Obviously, Sunday shows are just going to be me rambling for the next.
But luckily, not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
Because this Sunday we've got a special guest on, haven't we?
Yes.
Who have you got on Sunday? Who's on Sunday?
On Sunday, we've got a nice lady called Mandy, and she is the haunted historian.
Oh, cool.
Hi guys, Craig and Gemma.
Yeah.
Just seen them watching. She has just done some, found out some amazing evidence as well about one of their new places, the Museum of Horror. Guys, when it opens, go check it out because they've spent loads of times on it and it looks amazing.
Museum of Horrors.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, the haunted historian, she's joining us on Sunday's show to talk about, she's a paranormal investigator, but she's also a historical researcher, and she has links to Bewdley Museum. She works there, but she also does, like she has done for Gemma and Craig, you can go to her with, like, you know, wanting information on a building or a person. Obviously, we'll talk about it more on Sunday, and she'll look in and write a report on that. So it's going to be a fascinating one.
Yeah, I'll try and look into that one. I don't think I'm doing anything Sunday. So I'll try and look.
So that's at normal time on Sunday show of 7:30.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that.
Did you want to give an update on Jess Head Shave?
Oh yes.
Those of you who watched a few weeks ago.
Yeah, obviously Jess was doing a GoFundMe on the page. A lot of people helped her out, which is brilliant. She managed to raise, was it about
the shave was filmed on here. It is on here, so you can go back.
Did the live, bless her. She shaved 2 foot of hair off her head, and she managed to raise, I think it's just over £1,000 now.
Wow.
For it. So
yeah. So it's not too late if anybody still wants to, you know, sponsor her, like, you know, retrospective. You know, the videos on there. So emotional for her.
They will be putting it up on Lauren's Legacy, and we'll be sharing that to the page as well.
Wicked.
So everyone can see the final result. Bless her.
Wicked. That's good to me. And also on that note as well, the GoFundMe page for my 14k. Oh my god, I'm doing a Tough Mudder at Kelvin and Hatch.
No.
I'm doing a 14k assault course to raise money for the National Autistic Society because all 3 of my daughters suffer with autism. So I'm trying to raise money for that. So that's going to be November. Yeah, that's going to be in November. I would say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not. Because it involves a lot of heights, which I'm dreadfully scared of, and I'm claustrophobic, and I've got to go through a tunnel of water, so it should be fun.
You'll be fine. You'd only have to do this anyway when you join the army, so
I can't join the army. I'm too old.
No,
now.
but you're still getting the same experience.
I know, yeah. So it's sort of like, you know, reliving my youth. Big shout out to Jess, man. That's crazy and awesome at the same time. I can't imagine actually shaving off any of my hair. My hair is shoulder length now.
Nice.
I actually have a full man bun now. It's crazy. So yeah, but that's really, really cool. So Sunday show, make sure you lock into that one. Haunted Historian. Sort of like that, what's her name from Most Haunted, that Leslie, whatever her name was, but just slightly better. Or maybe
a lot better.
A lot better.
A lot better. She doesn't have a team doing it all for her and then make her look good on TV.
That's like Richard Felix, though. He was the historian, weren't he?
Yeah, Richard actually knew what we were talking about as well.
Yeah, he's quite cool. I love the way he used to tell stories. He's like the sort of guy that you could sit down and just listen to for hours. This is the way he tells stories is awesome.
You should call it to Derby then when he's doing one of his nights. Then and you could just sit there and listen to him while he drinks his wine.
Yeah, wait till he's had a drink and then he's telling you the same story every single day when he used to come into the pub.
Yeah,
he's a saint. No, bless him, he's a saint. But we used to have the same conversation week in, week out.
He works at the H&M Ram, doesn't he?
No,
Derby Goal.
Derby Goal.
Derby Jail, yeah. Yeah, I thought he does the talks at the H&M Ram.
No, H&M Ram's miles away from Derby.
Oh,
he goes around a bit. He does Nottingham and places like that. I don't think he's ever been down to H&M Ram.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
a one-off, like one day, like it does sometimes go up to York as well.
I had to look up where Bristol was to find out where we're going to investigate. Once I get past Stansted, I have no idea where I'm going. Thank God for sat navs. That's all I've got to say. So we've got a lot coming on the show. We've got loads. I'm in talks with a few special guests, but at the moment it's drawing up a few blanks. But I am looking. I think I maybe be shooting a bit too high. I might lower myself down a bit. So I got another bet filled in it, but that ain't happening. I did ask.
She won't really talk much though, will she? And as soon as you mention Most Haunted, she just doesn't want to be interested.
Oh, that reminds me, we need to book the tickets.
Yes, we do want you. Yeah.
That's well. I said to her, I asked, well, you have to speak through a PA or promoter or anything, and I did say to her, I'd like her to come on the show, and then she said, yeah, that's fine as long as you don't talk about Most Haunted. And I was like, well, why would I have her on the show?
She's doing the theatre tour.
Exactly. Like, come on, seriously. Are you going to go and see that?
Yeah.
Oh dear, they're doing one in Harlem. I'm thinking about going to the one in Harlem. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Me, Ben, Evelyn, Jeanette, and Kev. We're gonna go. That's in February. I knew there was something in February. Yeah. I'll get on and book them after the show, Jet.
I'm also starting a new series for the Sunday show, guys. I'm just finishing off the last little bits.
Yeah.
I'm going to do another medieval, like the most brutal ways of torture and death, because everyone kept asking about that after the last one.
Yeah.
You all disgusting, horrible people wanting to know how people used to die.
The Patreon is on its way. I am trying to get that up and running to run the conspiracy shows that I'll be doing. Obviously, I'm going to be doing it on Patreon because it's more of an open platform rather than doing it here on Facebook. But these shows, you will not have to pay anything for the conspiracy shows. They will be completely free. But it's just working out how to record onto Patreon at the moment. So I'll go live on there via wherever. But I am working on it because I don't have it anymore because I broke it. Yeah. I fell over and I broke it. So
nice.
I've become a bit clumsy in my older age, but yeah, it is going to be happening. So Ben's got new shows coming up. Sunday, it shows me good. Are you going investigating this weekend, Lou? Are you going out tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow.
And we are hoping to have the return of the Scarlet Witch soon. She hasn't left the other dimension yet, but she hopefully maybe should be returning back at some point.
She will do in time. She just
needs some time to focus on other things at the moment.
I know that she is missing the show, and she has spoke to us guys about it. She really misses doing the shows for you guys, but she has some personal problems that she needs to deal with at the moment, and we at the other dimension respect that, and we look forward to her return. So it should be good. So yeah, a lot of things going on here. I can't wait for merchandise to drop. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was just gonna pop it back up again. Could be done Friday.
Just to let you all know, guys, as well.
That's a slight improvement on Ben's look as well, holding that in front of his face.
Good. Just to let you all know, because neither Lou or Damon don't know this.
Oh.
And it's pitch black.
I was thinking it's dark. It's not quite dark enough.
No,
yet.
it's not dark enough. The lights have just gone out. I love it. I announce something and all the lights go out. No one's bothered.
Let me see if I can
Show's over.
Power surge, power cut.
Is it dark enough yet?
No.
Hang on.
Guys, quickly, before Ben does his announcement, while they're trying to talk about the light bulb, and they're doing the glow and dark thing. If there's any subjects that you want us here at the other dimension to cover,
Not quite dark enough.
stick it up in the chat room now. And no,
It's not quite dark enough yet.
It's
Okay.
not that, the light
I'll put
from
the lights back on.
if you've got subjects that you guys want us to cover here on the other dimension, stick it up in the chat room. I'm going to make a list and we're going to cover them. Okay. So if there's anything you guys want us to talk about, stick it up in the chat room while Ben's doing his massive announcement.
Oh no, I'm going to leave it now.
Oh, no, you can't.
I'm just going to wind everyone up. I'm just going to leave it. Just keep your eyes out for it. My new series is starting.
New series. Oh God, I dread to think what this one's about.
And it's not on a Sunday. I'm going to try and do it in the week as well.
In the week?
Oh my days! How dare
Week?
Yeah.
You're asleep in the week.
Try and do it.
He's going to try and stay awake and do a show.
No. I got some really good pre-workout if you want to borrow it. It's only got like 600 milligrams of caffeine in it, so I'll keep you awake the whole time.
A can of Red Bull keeps me awake for 24 hours.
Well, it's 150 milligrams of caffeine in a Red Bull, so this one's got 600 milligrams. It's called the Edge of Insanity as well, and it literally takes you there, 100%. So, those are for the hard days. So yeah, guys, if there's any subjects you want us to cover, let us know. Either hit us up in the chat room or message us on the page. We are going to be a lot more active now. We've just taken a little break off. Obviously, I've been working. Ben and Lou have been traveling around and spreading the word. So if there's anything you want us to talk about, you want us to cover, hit us up in the chat room. It can be anything from witchcraft to Watanism to famous people like Helena Blavatsky or anything like that. If there's anything you want us to cover, hit us up in the chat room. We'll do a whole show on it. Because I've had questions from you guys before, and I feel like there's certain questions that we could put a whole show on, which we could cover it and go into a really deep dive about it, you know. So if there's anything, just let us know. Sarah Lee says, my only problem is remember to tune in. I need reminding. It's a head injury thing. I've been working on something actually. I'll
remind you, Auntie Sarah, don't worry.
I've been working on like a mailing list sort of thing where it actually notifies people when we're going live. There's an app you can get on your iPhone, which as long as people's numbers or emails, we can do it. But I just thought to myself, why don't we just start a WhatsApp group? It's just
you can there is something on Facebook where you can put notifications and it'll pop up where it says we're going live.
Or you could do one of the you know how between Facebook and Messenger, like in the group, it's got the option to have a chat. So if people joined onto if we did set it up, the Other Dimension group chat in Messenger, we'll pop a notification up in there for everyone that joins that to let them know when we're going live and what the show is about.
Yeah, I actually didn't think that. Overcomplicating things like I normally do. I love to overcomplicate things. It's just me. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm dressed as a sunflower tonight. Please don't make comments. It's a gender thing. I'm only joking. So, guys and girls, yeah, welcome us all back. We're looking forward to the shows, man. I mean, don't forget to Sunday show. Do not miss that one. It's going to be awesome. Next week's show, I don't know if we've got a subject for next week's show, but we are going to talk about it in our little private chat, and we'll get something going for next week. I want to deep dive because I've got 10 days off of work, so I really want to sort of get something and really deep dive into it. And
some stuff over to look at.
Yeah, because I've got to get away from these YouTube documentaries on fentanyl crisis, benzodiazepine crises in America, because that's what I seem to watch.
Nice. No, I've seen some stuff over to watch.
Cool. That sounds good to me. So, yeah, we will have something planned for next week. Once again, guys, the official merchandise will be launching soon. Big shouts out to Pentagraphics for that. It's going to be an awesome one. I've seen some of the stuff they do. If you want to go and check them out, just go and search Pentagraphics in Google or search them in Facebook, and you can actually see some of the stuff they already do. They're basically a paranormal clothing company from what I can see, but they do other apparel and stuff like that.
They do some brilliant stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely worth a look at. Right. So is there anything you guys want to add? Anything that we've missed tonight?
No, I think that's about it for us.
I think we're good.
Definitely covered. So don't forget, guys, the event, if you want to come and join us on the event on the 30th of September at Warley Clock Tower. Look at me getting it. Woo! That's in Bristol. Just contact, is it Embrace the Dark Paranormal?
Science Beyond the Grave.
Science Beyond the Grave page. We will put a link up after the show on the page.
Yeah, tickets are £50. It's an overnight sleepover. It's worth its money. It's worth its weight in gold. Not only that, you get to meet me, Ben, and Lou, all in the same place. That's worth 50 quid in itself, really. Come on, let's think about it. Come on. You know, seriously. But yeah, we're all going to be there representing the Other Dimension, along with who's the other special guest? Embrace the Dark, isn't it? Yeah,
Mark from Embrace the Dark, who is a friend of ours, and is in charge of Embrace the Darkness as well. He's a very good medium. He will be there joining us along with the girls, Tracy and Gemma from Science Beyond the Grave, who last time we did an investigation with them was Edinburgh Vaults, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It turned out to be an amazing night.
It's going to be a staple. It's going to be a staple night because it's not only is it the first time that me, Ben, and Lou have all got together, it's the first time that my other half will be experiencing a ghost hunt. So it's going to be quite a fun night.
Nice.
Is that the guy you suggested I see, Ben?
No, I know you. Yeah, I'll text you. I'll let you know.
Hey, look, who's just turned up. Slightly late. I want to say slightly late. You're like 55 minutes late, Kate. What is wrong with you? No, big shout out to Kate. I hope everything's going well over there in the US of the A. Hope you're doing well over there. Hope everything's going good. I tell you what, we have got to get Kate back on the show at some point.
Me and Kate have a show lined up that we're going to do for everyone, obviously joining in.
We have to get her on a Friday show and just do like one of them random ones where we talk about random stuff because she's always got the great random questions, you know, and just get her on, put her on the spot and be like, right, go, Kate, ask the question. So, yeah, we'll have to do that one. And I
know she wants to do more interviews again at some point as well.
Oh, God. That was the most intense thing I've ever done in my life. Like, that was seriously intense. And I've had to sack people on the spot like that. That was more intense than that. Yeah.
I got an absolute drilling for about, I think mine went on for about an hour and a half of it, just basically going full Gestapo on me.
I had 4.5 weeks of people thinking I was a chav. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think you got off lightly on that one, Ben. So, guys and girls, thank you all for locking in. We look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget to lock in on Sunday. I think I'm not might be wrong here, but I think the official launch might be next week. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to put details.
Friday.
Oh, Friday. I've got it written at the bottom. What a donut. Yeah. So next week's show is the official launch of the merchandise. It's going to be going live for you guys next week. So, anything else you guys want to add?
That's it from me.
We're good.
Okay, guys, we're out of here. Thank you all for locking in. It's been an absolutely epic show, and we look forward to all the ones that are coming on the way. From us here at The Other Dimension, it's bye from me, and it's bye from Ben and Lou.
Yep.
Bye.
And remember, if there's no other explanation, there is always The Other Dimension. Enjoy your weekend, guys. See you later.